That is. Lineup 2 for 2, and that's number 21.
When you think about the location of that pitch in inner third, right? Not towards the heart, but inner third. The inside out swing to dump one out there in left field. His first at bat, this one, inside out swing, but he gets through it. And there's the difference. 109 off the bat, 429 feet. And they chopped down some of those trees out there in center field.
Well, if they hadn't, that would have knocked him down anyway.
Chattahoochee Falls.
Yeah, the Chattahoochee River, not very far from here.
That ball was loud.
For the Nats, number 150. Josh RBI, number 62. That's his 17th left-handed. And Elder has given up his 23rd. Dalen Lyle, RBI single up the middle first time. When you look at the Nats hits, the only one pulled was C.J. Abrams' double off the right center field wall in the first.
Check out this great swing right here. They're trying to go up and in. Nope. No, sir. Head behind the baseball, everything working through it.
Ball dropping in, getting that inside edge at the last moment. Dalen could not pull the trigger. Strikeout number 3 for Elder.
I mean, that's the perfect sound. That sound, you could close your eyes and hear it, and you knew that ball was going to be a homer. He does it early. He doesn't wait till the last minute to say thanks to the boys in the bullpen. He knows where they are. He's hit so many in his career now, 192. Nasim was trying to figure out where it is. Where's the bullpen?
You know, and because of different audio setups we have on the road, in some ballparks, bat cracks are louder than others. That, without a mic on the field, would have sounded like a home run. That was impressive. Well, we'll see Dylan Cruz here. First pitch swinging. 5-3 double play ball ending the first. 2-1. That ball got out so fast, I don't think Harris ever even approached the shadow out there. He turned, took about 2 steps, froze, and watched it. That shadow's getting shorter. Sun heading more overhead now. And Dylan Cruz trying to leg one out near the bag. He stumbles, and that may have cost him an infield hit. Dylan Cruz beats that out every time if he doesn't have a problem going down the line.
One thing I'll say, though, is the short little time that we've seen Nacho Alvarez play third base, he has been so good. Look at how, you know, guys would maybe have a little bit more demonstrative play through it. He still hustled through.
Yeah.
But the way that he plays through it is so subtle.
Garcia high in the air to right and falling into the glove of Acuña, who I don't know if he was trying to deke everybody. He was acting like that thing was leaving the yard. I got guys in that truck that would run through a wall for me right now. And I would make them run, and run some more. Bottom of the fourth. Here's Acuña.
We'd have the pitcher batting and guys bunting all day long. 4-hole hitters laid it down.
Yep. Oh, man. Every guy in my lineup would be a hit-and-run candidate. Can you guys play shifts down there when you have intra-squad games?
Yeah, you
or are you
can.
going to be big league rules?
Oh, it's got to be big league rules.
Okay. Acuña seemingly walking out of the box for the walk before the pitch even got there. He plays with a flair. He plays with a style. In fact, I think he tried to fool all of us into thinking Garcia's fly ball was going out of the park, and it's not the first time he's done that.
No, he had a play that made it all over the big leagues because of why? Because of all the highlights? Because of his throw from the right field corner against the Yankees. Throwing a runner out over at third base.
I understand it if there's a guy on base and you want him to think, okay, I don't have to work very hard here. But in that case, for the Nats, nobody aboard. 1-1.
Maybe it's so easy for him. He just wants to challenge himself. See how many people he could screw up. How many erasers come out? How much whiteout can I get Bob Carpenter's book for this?
Well, he almost had me. That would have been CU in his glove.
Or in next inning, he's leading off.
(3-1). Drake Baldwin bounced it to C.J. Abrams up the middle first time. Abrams shaded that way. They just rang the bell here. Does that mean it's a throw over to Josh? Nope, he's coming home. But it's a ground ball to Josh. Nice little pick. Alvarez on the move. That's really well done. When the first baseman has to come in that far, Franny, makes the play more complicated.
Yeah, this is a great play right here by Josh Bell. You got to know speed of runners. He does it. Do I force that one, or do I just play the sweep? Play it sweep. Pulling guard right there. You got Andrew Alvarez coming around the outside corner here. Nice job by Andrew, too. If you could recognize it the entire time. He caught that, eyes up on Raisel Iglesias Jr., making sure he stayed there at second base. Great job, both those guys.
I was just thinking the same thing. I bet Acuña was eyeballing that whole thing when he rounded second. Here's Kim, a good contact guy. First time up, line drive up the middle, off the glove of Luis Garcia, who appeared to time his leap perfectly, and the ball just glanced off his glove into center. He's got a little dicey when Alvarez walked Ozuna right after that, but he got a ground ball and a pop-up to get out of that second inning. To left, pretty well hit on his way back, Dalen Lyle, and he'll pull up right at the edge of the track. Let's have a look at our remaining schedule, and I bet everybody has it memorized. Brought to you by Atlantic Union Bank. We're off tomorrow. The Sox in night game Friday, 4 o'clock Saturday, Sunday afternoon. Everybody has to play at 3 o'clock Eastern. Atlantic Union Bank, helping you plan out the best moves in your financial playbook. Member FDIC. Ozuna, one out walk back in the second. And the breaking ball low and away.
Tried to go back to a curveball the first time against him. Right into the ball there. I mean, he's 33-32. 33 balls so far. Ooh, that fastball command that he's had on the inner third to the righties has been really good today. First time we've seen that consistently.
Did I see some cutting action there?
Could have.
Got in on Ozuna. Ooh, right in there again. A little higher than the first one. Ozuna starts his swing with those hands pretty low by the time he really gets set and the pitch is homeward bound. Maybe not as pronounced as Eric Davis used to be. Oh, that's right in there with a breaking ball. Ozuna, 3 called strikes there. And for Alvarez, K number 5.
With the Texas Rangers, you had that little stint with the St. Louis Cardinals, but really, I still think of you as the Tulsa Roughnecks guy, because those were the day when you could hear Bob Carpenter scream "goal" and run that out for about 8 or 9 seconds in length. Man, still gives me goosebumps. Bob, congratulations on a fantastic career. Better than 40 years in the big leagues. There is no big leagues without Bob Carpenter. And just want to wish you my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes in retirement.
Dave Raymond.
It's good stuff there.
Confirming my opinion of him, one of the great wise guys in all of baseball.
No, that's a fact.
He's a truly funny guy.
Yeah, he is.
But Dave, thank you for that. I was with the Rangers for 4 years.
Wait a minute,
86 to 89
was before the
before Andres Cantor?
Yeah,
no.
Before the Spanish broadcaster?
No, mine was kind of the old Dan Kelly. I grew up listening to Dan Kelly in St. Louis with the Blues. He shoots, he scores, but not the whole goal thing. But hey, Dave, thanks anyway. Never let the facts get in the way of a good story. He is something else. He is something else. I really enjoyed my 4 years in Texas. Bobby Valentine was the manager. It was Bobby's first big league manager job, and had some sluggers on that team. That's where the "See You Later" originated. So we had a whole bunch of guys in that team who could hit home runs.
Or "See You Header." Were you there for the Jose Canseco header?
No.
Oh. I thought that was that time.
No, I was gone before Jose became a Ranger.
No.
I was the Pete Incaviglia,
Inky,
Larry Parrish, O.W. McDowell, Charlie Huff, Texas Rangers. Bobby Witt, hard-throwing right-hander on our staff. Bobby Sr., what a nice kid he was out of
Godfather of Ken
OU.
Diaz.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
That's very cool.
Yep.
1-2 to Hassel. Man, we got strikeouts all over the place right now.
Well, join us this Saturday as we honor you, Bob. Bob Carpenter's career. Arrive early for a 3 p.m. ceremony to grab your T-shirt. That's a "See You Later" tee and the Hello Kitty City Connect figurine. Why not do it both? Tickets at nats.com/see you later.
Folks, I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous. Gates open at 2:30. We start at 3. I hope some of you are there. We'll have Franny do some stand-up for a few minutes to kill some time.
I'll just stand there if you want.
That'll bring him in.
Yep.
That'll bring him in droves. Paul DeYoung with 2 outs here in the 5th. I just do want to say in advance of the whole weekend, thank you so much to the learners, the Gottliebs, and Wendy Bailey in the Nats content and broadcasting department of taking care of my family. They're all coming in tomorrow and Friday, and wow, so special to be able to share it with them.
You could say thank you, but I think they're saying thank you for everything you've done to bring all them happiness over the years, and that's baseball.
No, thank you.
It's thanks all around. Thanks for the fly ball.
Michael Harris II with his 6th base hit of the series.
All right, so from the vantage point that we could see, right, that had to have been the narrowest of windows to hit this ball for Michael Harris. Just to the left of Andrew Alvarez, but look where CJ is. Ooh, look where that ball ends up. Like, wow.
And I am so glad Andrew didn't reach up with a bare hand. Here's the other Alvarez, and that's a wild pitch. That'll immediately put Harris at second.
And you knew if he was chasing that 20 stolen base for himself, he would have stayed at first.
He would have tried to steal second quicker than Juan Soto did in New York last weekend.
Yes, that's right.
Juan's doing some chasing of his own.
He had 36 last night.
Garcia real close to the bag. He can do that with a right-handed batter in there.
But there it is again. You know, you fall behind 1-0, 2-0, and he has that ability to flip that curveball slider over, either or, and get that strike, get back into the count.
High in the air, long way to go over on that right side, and Dylan Cruz not able to get there. The thing that's interesting about the foul ground here, around the infield, not that much room. It really doesn't narrow a whole lot until it gets about 30 feet from the corner. So it kind of stays uniform down both sides. And some substantial room for the outfielders over there, but that was not reachable. And we've seen Runners at second base tag up and head for third on balls caught in foul ground over on that side. Any ballpark.
I feel like those would be good seats. Or jets out over there?
Yeah. Runner on the move. Throw way late. That's one way to get number 20. Now he needs a homer to get that milestone.
And just not paying attention at all to him. And I feel like that has got to be on, a little bit of Jorge Alfaro and Luis Garcia Jr. making sure, hey, whistle to him, let him know.
Yeah, it's kind of like, why is the second baseman playing up the middle if you're not going to keep the runner honest? 3-2 and another foul over there.
That'd be perfect time right now. Try to bust him in on that fastball, but maybe because of spoiling that pitch right there, maybe he's thinking it.
And right now we've got some cloud cover here. Popped him up. Beautiful. What a good battle for Alvarez. Right-handed batter staying on everything. So Andrew retires Nacho, and he's got a 2 at-bat advantage in the Alvarez head-to-head today. Nick Allen popped up to Paul DeJong first time.
It says a lot right there about Andrew Alvarez, and just, look, chaos was created on the base paths, yet, okay, hone it in, figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not giving in at all. That's up by 2, so the infield's not in. If there is a one-hopper to either corner infielder, we could see some action at home. Paul DeJong one step beyond the baseline. And Nick Allen not going to be able to pull a pitch like that. It's 1-1.
Great slider. Not a big one, right? Like a little baby slider that he has. Almost like a little cutter. It's not. It's a slider. Curveball. Ooh. But you don't see a lot of guys with like what looks like the same shape. Slider, curveball. The back-to-back that we look right there, it's very similar. Out of his hand.
And the fastball misses upstairs. Nick Allen's a .220 hitter. Chance for success in this inning jumps considerably if you get him with the top of the order next.
Yeah, that's
not advisable. Not like he wanted to.
Nope. And I know you don't want to give up any runs, but you almost want.
Him into his 5th start. Mitchell Parker, who knows how long he might be pitching today. He's next. Profar against Mitchell, 2 for 5.
Yeah, and you look at Andrew Alvarez, 2 punch-outs. A Profar today. Kind of interesting on that one.
Yeah, lefty to a lefty.
And in a situation, too, I mean, like for Mitchell Parker, 3 2/3, that 2/3 because he came in the game with guys on. And for his first outing, they were hoping to get a clean one for him. They did not, and he performed great. I was talking to him about it last night. He was like, how was that? Oh, great fastball. How was that adrenaline rush? He goes, it felt like my debut all over again. I said, that's a good feeling. He goes, yeah, actually, when you don't black out like I did in mine, I was like, solid point.
By the way, that was a perfect pitch, ball 3. Split the outside edge. And it's not available out there right now. Suddenly, it's lefty-lefty with Olson.
Twice you tap your helmet on. That's awful. Those are perfect pitches. Perfect. Those are rollover pitches if he swings.
And Jim Hickey immediately after one hitter. Yeah, that's a shame. First full year in the big leagues for the home plate umpire, Tyler Jones. I miss the old days when pitching coaches would go to the mound, wait for the umpire to show up to break up the confab, and then give him more than a piece of his mind. Olson, a liner to center and a swinging strikeout. Ball skips in. Alfaro goes backstop.
And quickly, they're going to get some guys going up in the bullpen. It's a tough ask. I do think like it happened in a great situation, I guess, in New York where they had the ability to bring him in with runners on, but it just for your first couple outings out of the pen to do that's a tough thing to deal with.
Well, and you talked about the decision. Profar was coming up. Alvarez had struck him out twice. Then he'd be lefty-lefty against Olson anyway. And a 1-1 now. But managers get paid to make tough decisions. Nothing's easier than sitting up here or on your couch managing the ball club.
I get it. But I also use my eyes and I'm saying, Andrew Alvarez, it's not like it's being smoked all over the place, right? Like it's.
Yeah. I will offer one thing that is worthy to note. First 4 starts, pitch count, 81, 87, 85, 81.
Yep.
And today he came out after 83. So maybe they felt he was at the end of his tank. Where do you go now? .93 RBIs in that batter's box, and Parker a step off.
And you'd love to know, like, too, the decision if Nick Gallen wasn't out, did they stay with Andrew Alvarez?
I believe so, based on his strikeouts of Profar. Oh, this is going to work out for the Nats. Infield fly rule in effect. Paul DeYoung, 2 outs. And it's hard to believe that Olson has been retired by the Nats in this series 13 times.
The tale of 2 weekends, or 2 series.
Yeah.
And he's come up with a lot of guys on base, too, in this series so far.
Well, here you go, Mitch. Now you get Acuña. They've only faced each other 3 times. Ronald 1 for 2 with a walk against him. Up the middle. This will work out as well. Garcia to the bag.
Great job, Miguel Cairo.
Miguel Cairo, he's a
Beautiful.
genius.
Way to go.
See what happens when we set. To happen, your big guns are up.
Oh.
That ball hammered high in the air, deep left center. See you way later. James Wood, number 29. Is he back? It could be a fun weekend if he is.
Oh my goodness, this ball was smushed. Middle away, sinker, and that ball was launched at 112. 445 feet. And a trip.
Who hits opposite field homers almost 450 feet? He does.
Only the strongest.
Mike.
Him and Judge, Shohei, Kyle Schwarber. Those type guys.
Phew.
That's who who he's comped with. Well, thanks, James, for answering the insurance policy there.
Thank you, sir. One to Abrams, who's 1 for 2.
But we've been talking about that. I know I have, trying to break down the swings and talking about his front side and how sometimes he gets a little over aggressive with that front step. He's been starting to land a little bit softer each and every day here this month, and every time he gets down soft, his head doesn't move. He's behind the baseball, and it is loud.
This one to the right side will send the very good infielder Allen to his left.
Just that foot down nice and soft early and just blowing all the air out and everything. Perfect. That's the swing that we saw in the first half. Consistently for James Wood. No effort. The leverage already there.
I mean, that's 10 rows up the other way. Josh with a perfect day so far. And Elder trying to paint, misses away. Lyle a base hit in the first, and then solos by Josh and James. 3-0 Nats. That was Josh Bell's second career homer against Bryce Elder, who's keeping it away from him at the moment.
There's been 8 solo homers, I think, in this series, combined between both teams.
And to the left side, this sends Alvarez over to his right. Those are some smooth nachos over there at third. 2 down.
His footwork, his glove play has just been tremendous.
Well, you're in an organization where you might be blocked for a number of years. Guy gets hurt, you get a chance to show what you can do, and we'll see how that pays off down the road for him when Austin Riley gets back. Plus the added element that we talked about earlier in this series. Over the last several years, the Braves have locked up a lot of their regular guys, still young, with long-term deals. So you can be blocked here for a long, long time. You know, it's interesting, Franny, you listen to some of the conversation about that. And when Atlanta was struggling early, some were saying, oh, you give them those long-term contracts, everybody gets complacent. That's what's going on in Atlanta. There was a whole lot more to it than that. Well, guys getting hurt.
I think there is something to it, though. Like you don't have a lot of guys chasing the carrot.
Yeah.
Keep them hungry. Not everybody is, built the same. You don't know how they're going to react. Doesn't mean that they're not trying to compete and work hard.
Look at Dalen Lyle. Yeah, play him all up the middle, guys. He's going to round the bag and check in 2 for 3. And after a day off, hurting his knee in New York, he comes back in this series and goes 3 for 7.
Well, a couple knocks today. Dalen Lyle, 27th. 2-hit game. Got 28 multi-hit games on the year.
Wow. Dalen Lyle, ball player. Playing in his 88th game of the year. He's at 310 official at-bats. Dylan Cruz has pulled it twice, and Elder trying to get him to roll over another one down to Alvarez. Would have had an infield hit last time, but he stumbled about half the way to first.
Yeah, they have the same idea. 17 of 20 against Bryce Elder this year. Good pick-off moves, we see that, but not a good slide step from him.
So we have 2 disengagements in a hurry.
I think you get the 2 strikes, there's going to be more of an opportunity for Dalen to steal. Oof, good swing again.
Let's have a look at our Range Rover Sport Engineered to Win. Nats are going to be up around 800 hits this year from players 25 or younger. So the Royals have 2 years ago, the most recent.
Yeah, and then led into a postseason berth the next year.
Yeah, I think Bobby Witt had about a third of those. Yep. Down and away with a breaking ball. That'll do it for the Nats in the top of the 6th. But leading off the inning, the loudest of noises. struck out Acuña and Baldwin swinging. Got Kim on a grounder. And it gets Baldwin, Kim, and Ozuna here. Kind of a high leverage sixth inning.
Well, I like what they're doing too, because for Mitchell Parker coming out of the pen, facing guys in the pressure cooker of it, allow him to get out of it, and then just ease up. We'll bring in another guy.
Yeah, Mitchell, you don't have to go 3 or 4 innings every time. That was a heck of a job after walking Profar, popping up Olsen, the big out of the game, maybe the biggest out of this series for the Nats, and then the Acuña grounder. Wow, most of the ball above the bottom line.
It's about the fourth one, last couple innings. Not called a strike.
And a ball hammered on the next pitch to right center. Drake Baldwin now has an 8-game hitting streak. And that's his 19 homer in RBI number 79. What a story he has become here.
It's just, why is it always after a pitch that should have been a 2-2 count there? Right, and then you go there, four-seamer there, middle part, full extension, and one of the most balanced swings in the game that we've seen, especially for a young guy, Drake Baldwin.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate. Turn the count around. Here's Kim. Time to get back to work, and the solos continue in this ballpark.
Interested to see what Julian Fernandez has today, because we saw 94s and 3s now. Last night he was touching 100.
And this one the opposite way for Dylan Cruz. Ways to go, but still on the move, about 8 feet from the line when he made that one-out grab.
This Saturday, it's Hello Kitty Day, as well as Bob Carpenter Day at Nats Park. With a special ticket, you'll score a City Connect Hello Kitty figurine. Learn more at nats.com/specials.
Walking a strikeout for Ozuna. Infield and outfield slightly to pull, and that's not pullable. Well done by Fernandez away. Whew. The misses, more than competitive so far. Another one that could have been called a strike.
I mean, come on here.
There's no reward unless the entire baseball's inside the box here.
These are the wrong guys that you get into 3-1 counts against.
Yeah, with a rookie umpire behind the plate. Hard enough to pitch to these guys. That's not close. He went off speed, and now the tying run with the red-hot Michael Harris II walking to the plate.
I think every swing the rest of the way is to try to get that 2022 for Michael Harris II. Jim Hickey's going to come out, have the conversation with Julian Fernandez. Just maybe calm it down a little bit. Be like, hey, man, you're making your pitches. Don't need to do more. Gaining that trust.
Yeah, earning and gaining. I like that. Hot shot, Bell. He'll get the play at first. I think Josh had designs on picking it up and throwing to short, but a badly needed second out with Ozuna down to second.
A little low skidder right here by Michael Harris II. Just kind of was tracking away. Get the glove on it. That's all you need. Ozuna was just going to stand there and hopefully have Josh stand on the base and chuck it to second and be a ghost.
Line drive to right. Dylan Cruz back. Makes the adjustment. Slides into a nice catch. The bullpen bending a bit, but not breaking. Really a series of homers. Luis Garcia Jr. gets another crack at Bryce Elder here, who throws his 84th pitch of the day. Grounder to first, fly ball to right early in the count both times. Looked like ball three. Luis extending and right off the end of the barrel.
That's where the late movement comes in. 2-0 tick off right at home plate. And then I feel like that's exactly how you play it. Four-seamer off that, you're going to cross him up. But he gets a little bit of expansion on that one. I mean, it was like 2 balls off the plate.
Yeah, difference in 2-2 and 3-1. And the off-speed pitch is diving on Garcia. That's number 7 for Elder.
No, just the 2-0 chase sets up everything. And you get the slider down in the zone. Out of the zone, I mean, sorry.
Alfaro Perez strikeouts. Now with the Nats, 13 games, 9 for 33. A lot of top spin on this one. Out to short. Kim right on target.
He didn't think he had it in his glove the first time initially. He goes on the backhand. He kind of like, they have it. You're going to see it going to the backhand side. You're going to see, oh, there it is. He doesn't have the greatest arm, right? It's good arm strength, but it's a great release that he has.
Robert Hassel III, couple of strikeouts. He's at 191 ABs for the year. Hey, Jeff. We're right behind you, buddy. Thanks for waving. Got a great crew here in Atlanta. I've enjoyed working with some of these people for so long. Been to Atlanta for baseball, soccer, indoor and outdoor, college basketball, college football.
Jeff doing a NASCAR game race here with those headphones? Things are
I don't know, but
enormous.
he's got a shirt in the truck that's got logos all over it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tremendous local crew here in Atlanta. A ball high in the air out to left from Hassel to Profar. And it's time to stretch. Bullpen's going to have to be really good for 9 more outs. Brett Wisely, he'll come off the bench. They added him to the roster yesterday. He'll hit for Nick Allen, he's sharing some second base time with right now, and first time for Clayton Beeter in this series.
Yeah, 25th game here for Clayton Beeter, 24 innings and a 1.21 whip. That's the part that I love. Started to get down there. The slider's ridiculous. 2-pitch pitcher, fastball at 97 and 99. We've seen it 100 at a time. But the slider is off the charts. He could steal strikes with it, get swing and miss in the zone with it, and get you to expand out of the zone. Oof.
Former Giant, Wisely in the series, 0 for 1 with a walk.
I mean, come on.
Wow. That's too many walks to the number 9 hitter today, but Nationals pitchers are all over the strike zone here.
That's a tough one right there. Walks are really part of the huge part of the whip for Clayton Beeter this year. Hits aren't. Only 13 of them. That's his 17th walk. And most of them coming to the left-handed batter.
Good call there, actually.
You're seeing it a little bit with Jorge Alfaro, like he's taking it down with him, right? He doesn't really work through it as well. It's tough. It's a tough pitch. It's nasty.
Just don't want Clayton Beeter to get that sequence to Wisely in his head now and start aiming things. Tough enough when it's Profar, Olsen, and Acuña. The next 3. First time for these two to match up.
Should we golf clap that one? You got it right?
Depends on if it was for birdie, par, or bogey. 3-1. Uh-oh. 2 passes, and now it's Olsen and Acuña. The Nats have issued 7 more walks today. I think that's 21 for the series. Times can you get this guy out in one series? Last week against the Nats, he went 10 for 20 with 4 home runs and 10 batted in. Oh, and 2.
And just loading up that fastball, top of the zone, 97 for strike 1. It just, now you start the plane off of it, right? Everything's north-south with Clayton Beeter with the movement that he has. Hey, come on. It's all over it.
That's a perfect pitch. It split the outside edge.
I get it. It's tough, but man, Nats pitchers are continuously making this great execution of their pitch there. It's pretty impressive, too.
Yeah. I wonder if Olsen grabbed that ball before the foul call had been made. Looked like he was in the box, and so was the ball. You just get so nervous when you make pitches like that and go unrewarded. But that's a big miss.
And it's the point of the ABS challenge system coming next year, which was announced yesterday, and for those misses alone.
Its time has come.
Yes.
No doubt about it. And I'm as old school as anybody. Nats up by 2. Nobody out here in the 7th. And Olson is 0 for 14 against the Nats in this series.
Well, you walk the first 2 guys in the inning, you go 3-2 count on the 3 guy. Tons of pop, and you go 3-2 slider.
That one right there with it, even with just 2 men aboard. Here's Acuña, who bounced out to second right after that pop-up. And Beater gets ahead of him.
I think that slider alone right there makes him just absolutely disgusting, because now he's stolen a strike with the slider. Now you have to go off that. Your eyes have told you he can land it. You're going to start expanding a little bit more.
Yeah, then he's late for 98. And here comes the cat and mouse game. Late for the fastball.
I let it.
Your bread and butter is a slider.
I let it ride up top, up and in towards the hands.
Yeah, he jams the plate, as we often see. Oh no! There goes your double play possibility on a pitch up. Yeah, but way up. Wisely to third and Profar to second.
I like the thought. Bad execution. Trying to go top of the zone a little bit more away. It's like the pitch last night to tie the Yankees-White Sox game.
1-2.
That's what I wanted. That was the spot, because now I feel like that right there alone sets up the slider. And it's not getting too cute when you go against Ronald Acuña. You have to change it up, even if he knows. It's about your execution. Strength on strength.
And this one slicing out of play. Bottom line, last night and today. Tight, well played, well pitched competitive ball games against the Braves. Monday night, different story, losing 11-5 with a lot of offense for them early. Games 2 and 3, pretty solid. Now, 2 outs in the inning. Beater elevates, and it'll be him against Baldwin.
I don't know if he's trying to go this spot right exactly, but man, ends up being a perfect pitch.
Get away with a cement mixer every once in a while?
Yeah, every once in a while.
This guy might be the toughest out on their team right now. Homer last time. 8-game hitting streak with 12 knocks.
Just lost a little bit of that grip on that one.
Every hitter Beater has faced in this inning has not faced him before.
I'm not sitting there saying that you got to walk him here and load the bases up, but Beater's numbers against righties just far greater than the ones against lefties. I wonder if they get to a spot where it might just send them along.
And Kim, much less of a power threat. Now he gets him to 2 strikes.
But this is where Drake Baldwin wants you. 47 for 188 coming in today with 2 strikes, 250 average, 765 OPS.
Swing and a miss.
Let's go.
A no contact 7th. 2 walks. And then bang to Olson. Then Acuña. Then Baldwin. Franny.
Cats are up 3-1.
And here's Paul against Tyler. It's DeYoung and Kinley here, top of the 8th. 7 solid, by the way, for Elder, a quality start. 3 runs, 6 hits. Matt's maiden throw, 95 pitches. He did that because he didn't walk anybody. But 2 homers.
Well, another north to south guy here with Tyler Kinley. Fastball's top of the zone, slider, curveballs. A lot of sliders. I mean, again, what are we doing here? That's not even close.
First year umpire. Maybe one more time behind the plate to work on that consistency this year. Paul DeYoung jerks one. It's going to hook well foul. Got the sweet spot around on that. Nine, 1-2 here. And Paul all locked up. That's a swing, says CB Buckner. And that's the 8th Nat to go down on strikes today.
Well, let's find out. Is CB right?
Ooh, that's close.
That's close, but yeah, I can see it.
Our buddy Matthew Kaminsky, the organ player, dropping some Norwegian wood on us here for James. He hit one halfway to Norway last time. Number 29 and RBI number 91.
I'd be surprised if we saw a heater in the zone. A lot of sliders and curveballs here. I sense towards James.
James Wood now 67 extra base hits, 7th most in the National League. Oh. Another loud sound, straight away center. See you later. That's number 30. It's a long distance afternoon for James Wood.
Well, he's back. Little slider, middle way down. That ball was destroyed. 109. And maybe it just took coming back here to Truist Park where the home run derby happened.
I mean, left center and then that.
It's just a perfect, it really is a perfect swing.
Here's CJ, who of course is from this area, still lives here. He gets out in front of one. Off the end of the bat. Ball in the air forever, but going foul.
It's just that foot, watch his foot get down soft and then stays behind it. Nice bend on that.
It is so smooth and effortless.
It is, and there's been times where he's really tried. And sometimes you just need to back off. Do less, and the more happens.
Downstairs, and Abrams on 0-2, not able to get it. 2 down. And Josh Bell wrapping up a good day, stepping in 2 for 3 with a homer of his own, number 21.
For a while, and not this is not a negative. Just for James, it felt like, is 30 possible? With the struggles that he had got going.
Yeah, and then he hits 3 in one series here,
and that's.
And the first one for Annie didn't happen until the 8th inning of Game 2. That's how explosive he can be.
The different ones, they could turn it on at some point and figure it out, and just it's not too little, too late ever. You still got to finish off the year, and so for him, that's got to be a great feeling. Now he should have a lot more RBI. We've well documented that. To get close to 100, that'd be nice.
And he has led off many times, and most of the time hits second. And the Nats really don't have high on-base percentage guys in front of him, as a rule. Rio. Well, from the team standpoint, nice to get that run back. Nats will be back up by 3 when they take the field in the bottom of this inning. And Bell out to left. It'll come twisting back to Profar. But with 1 out, there was no twisting. There was no turning. And let's go back to the 6th inning one first. One batter, 3 hits, 3 ones. Walked a batter, hit a guy, but now a key situation. Under 48 hours later, he gets Kim, and all of a sudden a huge cloud over the ballpark, and that's a great feeling for all of us. Maybe the hitter, too.
When you get him in this situation, too, against the right-handers for Jackson Rutledge. You get the one lefty involved in this, but with Kim Ozuna, righty-righty, never know how you manage Michael Harris a second, then get to Nacho Alvarez.
Up the middle. We got a guy there. It's Garcia. That ball skipping wickedly right by the mound for the first out.
Those are the tough ones as the middle infielder, because you got a lot of action going on there on the mound late in the game. Holes that you're having to deal with, the divots. And it takes a nasty hop. Hits him right there on the wrist a little bit.
Ozuna, 2 walks around to strikeout today. He had a base hit for an RBI against Jackson 2 nights ago. That's a chance for a 3-3 road trip. Up a little.
Pitch right there. It was a late little adjustment made by Ozuna. So, I mean, for me, I'm thinking if I'm a pitcher on that, I'm liking that swing based on the fact that it was late and awkward, right? It was a sinker. I got good movement on it. Late movement.
It's a live arm. Out to right center. And Ozuna has dropped one into the bullpen.
Well, it gets him closer to that 300 mark, 296 in his career.
That's his second career against Jackson Rutledge. That's about 390 to the top of the wall where that thing departed. First pitch, and Harris pops it up. Long way to go for a couple of guys. Abrams and Lyle, and Dalen will make the call and the catch. 2 down.
Well, most likely, I'm going to sit there and say last batter that he's going to face with the lefty on deck, and Jose Afer has been warming up.
Yeah. If anybody's fresh as a closer, it's our guy. Jose A. hasn't pitched since Saturday in New York. Time to be on the attack here. And a ball tailing toward the right field line, heading foul, and again in no man's land for Dylan Cruz.
Well, there's a report out there right now that the Nats are about to hire a head of president of baseball ops. Now, credible source there in Jeff Passan. Paul Taboni, 35-year-old from the Boston Red Sox.
Been a lot of talks lately tying Red Sox personnel to the Nats. And there's been word that the Nationals would hire both a director of baseball operations or a president of baseball operations and a general manager. Two balls, 2 strikes. Oh, he went. So the Braves will get a little closer on the Ozuna solo. We're going top 9. A chance to...
Oh, Pierce Johnson, 64th game, 253, 57 innings. A lot of curveballs. And I mean, a lot. Has a 95 to 96 mile an hour fastball, but he'll flip it in. One of the best breakers in the game.
Just saying, Franny. Dalen's 1 for 1 against him with a triple.
Yeah. We got a caller.
And I had a little hope there when I saw that ball heading down the right field line. Although Acuña is not playing way out toward the gap at the moment. How about a measly single up the middle for a 3-hit day? Welcome back, sir. He came in hitting 290.
Well, the quest for 300 is real.
When's the last time we used that term?
Well, I think it's like, what, 3 times this year? It's crazy.
Oh, man. Came into that at bat hitting 294. Dylan Cruz looking for a knock. Dylan 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts against Johnson. Dalen Lyles now hitting 296 with an OPS of 822. Yeah, he waits for one. Yeah. Got his hands inside it. Ooh. Stopping at second, Lyle. Good coverage by Harris there. And Dylan Cruz, a great job of getting the sweet spot on that.
Yeah, his swing path is really cleaned up quite a bit. Vertical bat path right there. Stays through it, barrel through it. And a sweet swing. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Because those two guys right there, they could just flat out hit together. With the power there with CJ, and And James.
Yeah, Dalen Lyle has added himself. He's just taken the door and kicked it open when you're talking about the core of this ball club looking ahead.
100%. And that's what you want. You want the hunger. But you want to keep that chip there. You know, because you have these last few months that have been great for you, that doesn't mean you've made it in everything, right? Like, he has just done everything possible to take it. But he seems like the guy that's always going to keep that chip, to never be satisfied with anything.
1-1 to Garcia. Right at the shortstop for a 6-3 double play. Lyle to third, and that's big. Nats had a chance to score and still keep it a safe situation. The ninth inning's going to get it to Profar and Olsen at least. And now they've got to come up with some way to make this 5-2. Jose A. Ferrer poised and ready for save number 10. This one out to the gap in right center. And a reaching sliding grab by Ronald Acuña Jr. We'll see how big that play is in the next few minutes.
Oh, the 13th solo homer. Every home run in the series, solo shot.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 in the series. Had a pinch hit single earlier. Top of the order, and now it'll get to Acuña. And do we have a pitch comm issue here?
Yep.
That was the first time Eli White had ever seen a pitch from Jose A. Ferrer. And these two match up for the first time. Look out, boys, right over the railing into the dugout.
The fourth home run given up. He's given up 2 to lefties, 2 to righties now this year. So you think about the problems from the bullpen and the walks, the homers. He has not been an issue on any of those. Yep. 5% walk rate on the year. 4 homers given up.
Yeah, as a rule, he makes them earn it with the bat. The all-time record for solos in a series, 14. Rofar, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Padres and Mariners back in June of 2006.
Is that crazy? 3-game series.
But I do wonder if there was more homers involved with it there. All R's, all 13 have now been solo shots.
Oh. Yeah, this is the first time it's been 13, been 12 a couple of times, including the Braves and the Dodgers 7 years ago. Right now, the Nats is looking for outs, any way to get them. Swing, looks like a clean miss. Profar didn't run. Alfaro tags him, 1 out.
Yeah, watch your thumbs on this one. If you're Jorge Alfaro, look at that, just keeps on going and right out of the palm.
Well, here comes Olson again. The game has found him with 1 out here in the 9th. That's an easy looking 99 right there.
That's what he's thinking too. It's like, wow. All right. Had
good job of jamming him.
Yeah, that 100 on the sinker. And to get it to move 17, 18 inches of run on that, I mean, that's just incredible. Think about that with Bryce Elder and his sinker and his 17 inches of run, and it's at 91. Makes sense. But 100, crazy.
Oh, 2.
That's where you gotta climb the ladder. That swing looked real nice at the top, or at the bottom of the zone, sorry. Rolling over to Andres Chaparro.
Did he go? He did. And it's 15 times the Nats have gotten Olson out in this series. How can you have a series with all these home runs and he's 0 for 15? That's nuts.
$16 for 60 on the entire year.
Ronald Acuña Jr. And he's been hurt. This is the first time he and Ferrer will match it up.
It's the stuff like that with Acuña that, like Juan Soto, you see it. They can let the ball travel as far as they want, and they're so quick with their swing and so powerful. Even if they feel like it looks like they're late, they're not. They're just, man, I could barrel this one up too. Great pitch.
That's within a strike now of a salvage up here. One and two.
We talk about the young hitters too, but you see it with Clayton Beater, you see it with Cole Henry, with Jose Frere, guys that you can see build the bullpen with.
Chopper to short. Here comes Abrams. Took him an extra second. Out is the call at first. You know the Braves will have a look.
That seemed like an easy check right there.
Ball on the field is out at first base. Atlanta is challenged.
No, they have to.
Yeah, he's safe. That's an easy one. The moment he went there and bobbled, even with the stutter step of Raisel Acuña Jr. Yeah, he's safe.
Yeah, ball's not even in the frame.
Nope. Now the question becomes, how many pitches before he takes off? You see him come in here, and his eyes went right to Raisel Acuña Jr.
Guess overturned here. Gotcha. After review, the call on the field is overturned. The runner is safe. Atlanta retains their challenge.
So I think that's a big part of it. When CJ came in, we've seen this at times with him. His eyes will go right to the base runner, and the base runner will make you speed up in the exchange. And it's easy to do it too. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, he's got to work. It just happens, right? Naturally, you look up, want to see where the guy is, and you fumble it around a little bit.
Dan Isonia on the open mic, they're saying to New York, I'm guessing overturned, right? And they confirmed. Everybody knew it. It was on the board. It was on our screen. Baldwin out of play to the left side. 1 for 4 with a solo homer today. He and Ferreira have met once. It resulted in a ground ball out. Two one.
Ball moving so much. Roy Alfaro, the way he caught that might have been the difference in it, but another ball all over the zone.
Left-handed batter looking at the runner. Acuña not moving yet. And now about to on the 2-out, 3-2 pitch.
Good pitch right there. Just execute right here. Left on left. Force him. Swing the bat. I mean, the outfielder's playing so deep, but they're Dylan Cruz out in right center field even further. Taking away the triple.
3-2 pitch. Chopper, right side. Here comes Garcia. He shoveled it instead of throwing it, and the call is safe. And the Nets will have a look.
The call on the field is safe at first base. Washington is challenged.
It's a tough play to make as far as the exchange to get the underhand on this, but you got to have a firm glove. He's so far away. You got to fight to get that hand on there, and maybe you have a chance. Maybe that's the only play, but it floated on him. And he's out. That should be ball game. Ooh. Let's go, boys. Here we go. What a win.
Oh, boy. Oh, the crowd groans.
Yeah,
and they see it in the mid of Chaparro.
People are starting to get up and leave. Amazing. Fans will let you know Paul DeYoung going to the
Review.
You know what I mean?
Out. Game is over.
Nats win it, able to hold on for their final road game of the year. And what a 10th save for Jose A. Ferrer, who had a bunch of tense moments, crazy moments with his boys on the infield after the home run.
Oh, it was a big day for James Wood. 2 bombs to get to 30. Congrats to him. Dalen Lyle right there in the picture, his second 3-hit game. It's just so many different things that this team did today that was fantastic. They pitched through a lot of jams, a lot of self-created, the walks that they were, giving up. But Andrew Alvarez to Mitchell Parker, Clayton Beater to Jackson Rutledge, to get it all the way there to the back end of Jose A. Ferrer. Josh Bell with the 21st homer of the year. Some good defense on the backside of this whole thing. And again, there's some certain things that you could take away from the salvage operation. A team that won 6 in a row and dominated you. You finally take a win from them and end their winning streak.
And your point about defense is well taken. The Nationals did not make one error in this series. Coming up, Dan's back with us. Nats Extra post game. He'll talk some homer.